Yeah, all right, let's get this started.
Most people look at a pickleball court and they see recreation. I see a neuroscience laboratory. What we built here at Serve to Lead is a tactical laboratory, a structured behavioral environment where students train their nervous systems to respond instead of react. And today I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how that works. Every Serve to Lead session runs on what we call the 60-minute loop. It's not just a lesson plan, it's a neurological sequence, and there are 5 phases. First, a mental check-in. Students begin by identifying where they are emotionally before any physical activity starts. Not how they're performing, how they're feeling. Now that matters because self-awareness is the first step to self-regulation. Second, the skill drill. This is a structured repetition, deliberate practice, not busy work. And this is where students start building behavioral muscle memory through movement. Third, the life court. And this is where pressure enters the picture. Competition, noise, mistakes, stress. Students have to apply what they're learning while their emotions are active, not after the fact. Fourth, data extraction. Students complete the behavioral scorecard and rate themselves on the key indicators like integrity and self-regulation. Every session, every student. And fifth, the tactical reset. We end with box breathing and psychological decompression. Now let's talk about what's happening in the brain. When a student misses a critical shot or feels pressure rising, the adrenaline rises, stress response goes up, the heart rate rises, and if there's no intervention, reaction usually follows. Now that same sequence shows up in school every day. A hallway conflict, a classroom disruption, a tense social moment. Once the student is flooded, the thinking brain starts losing ground. Now what the tactical reset does is train the bridge between the emotional activation and intentional response. And let me go ahead and say that again because it's the heart of this model. We are physically and repeatedly practicing the art of choosing response over reaction. Box breathing is a tool, but the court is a training environment. You can talk about emotional regulation in the classroom. You can explain it, you can define it. But if you want students to build it, they need a real environment with real pressure and repeated practice. That's what the tactical laboratory creates. And that's where the life court transfer becomes so important. What students practice on the court shows up somewhere else. Deaking discipline becomes patience and controlling class. The kitchen boundary becomes a stopping point before confrontation in the hallway. The tactical reset becomes a coping strategy before a test, during a conflict, or after frustration. This isn't random, it's designed transfer. It also happens to be mapped to the ASCA standards. We didn't just build Serve to Lead first and then go hunting for standards afterwards. We mapped every phase of the 60-minute loop to the ASCA mindsets and behaviors before implementation. Mental check-in supports responsibility for behavior and attitude. Skill drill supports belief in developing skills. Life court supports respect, decision-making, and awareness of impact. And tactical reset aligns with effective coping skills. So, if you're an SEL coordinator or a principal or a district leader trying to determine whether this is rigorous and aligned, that work's already been done. I've put the full ASCA alignment map into a free downloadable resource. It includes every phase, every standard, and implementation notes to help you make the case internally. Download it using the link in the description. And if you want to talk through what a pilot would look like in your school or district, there's also a scheduling link below as well.